How's that? I think we've got it, haven't we? Oh, look, guys, I'm out here again, you know, drying my hair. It's actually the sun's out, right? I'll be able to go out there in a minute. And, oh, a bit of a frog in my throat this morning. Oh, God, I didn't bring my cup of tea. I should have brought my cup of tea with me. I just can't function without my cup of tea, really, you know. I mean, I have had one, but this is my second cup, and I really have to have 3 cups of tea to get me going, you know. Anyway, look, it's just habit. I mean, I don't have much success in breaking habits, right? You know, for instance, I was celibate for 14 years, right? No word of a lie. I had a dreadful time breaking that habit, you know. This bloke turned up and thought, oh, he's all right, you know, but he's a bit sweet on me. But I thought, oh, God, I don't know, I've been celibate for 14 years. What do I want to get involved with this bloke for, you know? And then I kind of warmed up to the idea after a bit of reflection. And anyway, that's poor guy. May rest in peace. Unfortunately, he's gone to the great beyond. So look, we want to talk about something else. What I want to tell you about now is some tightly held family secrets. And I know you love them. I know you like me to share them with you because, you know, not everyone gets... Well, not everyone's privy to them. I'm not going to tell them just anybody, am I? No. But I'll tell them to you because you're my viewers and I know you all love me, so I'm going to tell you about this. Well, anyway, this one is actually very important. Now, my mother taught this to me, and it came down from her grandma Humphreys, and believe it or not, I mean, she was actually a lady by birth, Lady Sophia Jeffreys. poor cow. Look, she ended up marrying, you know, a carpenter builder and came out here to Australia with all the convicts, and, you know, she tried to fit in, poor woman, but like, as Mum said, she'd walk around, you know, in furs and feathers and baubles all over the place, you know. She's a very proud woman. But look, she was an amazing herbalist, right? She used to cook up these bloody big drums, you know, 44-gallon drums of this bloody awful black goo, and she'd bring it round and she'd give it out in spoonfuls to any grandchild, and she had umpteen dozen of them, any grandchild who looked, well, not too hale and hearty, you know. And she said my mother was pale. Well, of course she was. She's blue-eyed blonde. Of course she had really fair skin. But anyway, according to Grandma Humphrey, she was on the sickly side, you know. So she'd give her this dreadful herbal medicine, right? And to the day Mum died, she said, I can still taste that. The taste has never gone away. It's the worst thing she ever tasted. But you've got to remember, she did live to be 88. So, look, I mean, maybe it helped. I mean, after all, you know, when you consider that Mum had diphtheria 3 times before she was 3, well, you know, pretty tough going, wasn't it? You know. But anyway, and, you know, Grandma Humphrey's got her through that. You know. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, yeah, there's a bit more, I suppose I'll tell you, but, you know, it also involved Grandma Humphrey's sticking a finger down Mum's neck and twirling a finger around these big ropes of phlegm and dragging them out. That's true. She's a wonderful, wonderful nurse, really. And a herbalist, you see. Well, I don't know anything about her herbal remedies, right? I don't know anything about it. And I've never had to deal with a case of childhood diphtheria either, thank God for that. Don't go there. But anyway, look, what I was going to tell you about was what came down from Grandma Humphrey's. A very, 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 very simple little trick, right? Now, if you get constipation, right, you might have been sitting too long on an aeroplane or in the back of a truck if you're in the army, or in the car, you know, and yeah, going on very long trips, and you know, you maybe haven't you know, maybe haven't hydrated yourself enough. Maybe they didn't stop enough for drinks of water and stuff like that, and maybe not enough toilet stops. But anyway, look, the point is that if you get yourself into that horrible state of affairs, this is how you get out of it. You do a thing called the crow's walk, right? Now, unfortunately, my son's not here, and he can't take the camera for you so that I can give you a demo of how to do the crow's walk. But look, I'll explain it to you. You squat down on the ground, right? And you put your arms like that around, just below your knees, right? Around your calves, like around that, and grip on tight. You know, you squat it down, right, on the ground. Very tightly. You've got your legs gripped, right? Now you've got to try to walk. You won't be able to walk very fast. You just got to, that's how the crow walks, right? You've seen the crows walking around, haven't you? Yeah. And it's like you do the crow's walk, right? Very important, before you, I meant to tell you this, before you do the crow's walk, you go and get yourself a nice warm glass of water. Like, maybe you could tip it out of the kettle, you know, nice fresh water. Or if you buy a bottle of water, get that, just warm it ever so slightly. Okay, a glass of warm water and the crow's walk, and I absolutely guarantee it'll do the trick every time. And of course, it's good for kids because, you know, there's nothing, kids get such distress if they're constipated, but they love to do the crow's walk, right? And you say, come on, let's all do the crow's walk. And you get down there with them. Well, of course, I have a bit of trouble these days, but I still manage. They say, my grandkids say, let's do the crow's walk, Grandma. They do it even when they're not constipated now because it's such fun. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that. I mean, because it's a tightly held family secret, right? And, you know, I like to share these things because, you know, share your knowledge. I mean, you know, I had an auntie once, she wouldn't share anything. Well, this is my mother's sister, you know. She was a really, really good cook. Like, there's good cooks running our family, you know, like noses. Anyway, she's a really, really good cook. But you'd say, oh, Auntie Beryl, could I have recipe for your trifle that you made for Christmas, or, you know, your fish category or something? And she'd say, I'll send it to you in the post. And it never arrived, you know. She would not ever divulge her recipes, you know. No, never shared anything. So, of course, when she died, there was a stampede. There was a stampede to her house. Try to get our hands on the recipes, you know. But anyway, I don't know who got there before us, but they were gone when I got there. Nobody got there before me, you know. But I mean, you know, I got a long way to drive. You know, that was just a bit of bad luck. But anyway, look, what was I was going on about? Yeah, I think that was the only tightly held family secret that I was going to share with you today. But anyway, look, the other thing was, as you know, I do a bit of astral travelling, you know. It's a hobby of mine. It's become a bit like second nature, you know. You know, I shoot up there in the evenings, you know. I like to lie down and close my eyes and drift away, you know, into the 5D. Anyway, I was up there and I came across, as I usually do, because I'm on the lookout for them. I only go there for one reason. Like, man, I like to track down Gabe and Mike, right? Well, now and again, Raph flies by, or Uriel, you know, but you don't often see them. But anyway, Gabe and Mike were there and they're having this discussion, right? And Gabriel says to Mike, I've been pondering, you know, Mike, on the nature of evil. He said, like, I read this line in a poem. And Mike says, yeah, okay. And he says, yeah. And this is the line. When the tapeworm kills its host, it results in self-destruction. We know intrinsic evil through nature's model function. And Mike says, did you write that? I said, no, I told you I read it on the internet. I said, oh. I said, well, who wrote it? He said, oh, Pamela Vailmont, poet from Australia. I said, never heard of. He goes, nor has anyone else. He said, I just happened along, you know, happened upon her poem, you know. He said, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it, Mike. You know, you take the tapeworm, for instance. It's a pretty benign looking creature, isn't it, you know? I mean, it's kind of disguises itself really when you think about it, like it's like a piece of long, flat cooked spaghetti, right? I mean, you know, anyone could just pick it up and put it in their bowl of pasta, you know. And Mike says, yeah, well, that doesn't, you know, it's an animal, creature like everything else on earth. He said, I mean, you can't help, you know, it didn't ask to be born a tapeworm, did it? I mean, you know, a tape, it's no different to a bear or a horse. Dave said, well, yeah, but like, they don't, horses and bears and that, they don't go round and attaching themselves to intestines, right, and sucking the blood out of people until they're dead. And I said, yeah, well, when you look at it like that, but still, well, it might have its use in the scheme of things, you know. I mean, what if a big guy sort of got a plan to find, it's a little bit of a divine plan, who wouldn't be there, you know. And Dave says, yeah, well, I don't know. So I've been thinking about it, you know. He said, what if there was like a good tapeworm? Like there could be a good tapeworm. You know, you could get a tapeworm, say it was in the intestines of a 6-month-old baby, right? And in a poor country, underdeveloped, you know, and was sucking the blood out, sucking the life out of the child, and then at the last minute it had an epiphany, like a spiritual awakening, you know. Just realised, stopped and realised, I'm killing this kid. And then it said to itself, it said, I'm going to do the right thing, I'm going to commit suicide. I'm going to eat myself from the tail up, I'll consume myself, I'll die and the child will live. Now, he said, that'd be a good tapeworm, wouldn't it? And Mike said, well, yeah, that's not the function of the tapeworm, is it? The function of the tapeworm is to keep sucking the blood out of its host until it dies. And Gabe says, yeah, well, yeah, but then it dies too. See, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. It knows that if it keeps sucking the blood out of its host, it's eventually going to expire itself because the host will be dead and, you know, it'll be put into the coffin with the host and it'll die too. There'll be nothing left to suck. Did you get it, Mike? I said, yeah. Yeah, I get it, Gabe, I do. I'm not, you know, I get it, but says, you know, I've been thinking about it, Mike. It's a bit like that situation down there in Ukraine, you know. You got Ukraine like sucking the blood, the life's blood out of the Ukrainians, you know. We're all going to the front line, you know, one after the other, thousands upon thousands, all getting slaughtered, you know, ground up in the meat grinder, you know. And Zelensky's like this bloody giant tapeworm, isn't he, really? I mean, he's sucking the EU and the UK and the USA, he's bleeding them dry, you know, of money. He's sucking the life's blood out of their economies. He's also sucking the life's blood out of Ukraine. He's like the giant tapeworm. But you know, I don't think he's going to start devouring himself from the feet up. No, I don't think so. Mike says, no, that'll never happen. So it'll have to be a divine intervention. We'll probably get called on to do something, you know. Master will think of some remedy to the situation. But he said, you know, makes you wonder how long it can go on. And will Ukraine and the collective West like snuff it, virtually die, and then Zelensky will die because there's nothing left to suck? No more money, no more people. I don't know. Yeah, it's a poser. And you know, then you have to say, well, we know who Zelensky is, don't we? Yeah, we know, and we know he's an evil cunt, don't we? Yeah, that's right. But and he is like one of those tapeworms, you know. But I don't know. What's the solution to all this, you know? What do you think, Kate? Well, I don't know what the solution is. And you know, in the scheme of things, well, clearly there's use for Zelensky in the world, isn't there, you know? He's one of God's creations. And so you've got to say, by the same token, well, the tapeworm is as well. You know, bloodsuckers. You know, they're all bloodsuckers. But they've got a scheme, a place in the scheme of things, you know. Divine plans, all part of the divine plan, surely. I mean, what do you think, Kate? I don't know. And they were left wondering. But I was very impressed with the fact that David read one of my poems. I was very impressed with that. Yeah. Quite, you know, I'm quite happy today. Now, look, what I reckon, I'm going to go out there now, finish drying my hair out in the sun. Every time I come on here, you think, that woman's never got dry hair. I mean, every time she comes on here, she's got bloody wet hair again. But, you know, it's not like I wash it every day. Sometimes I do, but, well, if I garden, I have to, don't I, you know. But, I mean, you know, I might wash it every second day or even sometimes every third day. But if it gets to the third day, oh, my teeth start to get on edge, you know. Yeah, I have to wash it at least every second day, otherwise it feels terrible, just terrible, you know. Anyway, that's just me. Not everybody feels the same about the hair hygiene issue. Not everybody feels the same. We've all, oh, there's me boy, come up here. Oh, look, come up here, come and say hello to the people. Look, here's me boy. Look, that's Alex, the walker. Say hello, Alex. Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, he's my good boy. Yeah, say hello to all the nice people. Say hello. Yeah, he's a Pekingese, see? He's a Peke with needs. You got it. He takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work and a lot of responsibility. And you know, it's very. I can cuddle him up here like a little koala bear. Look, see that? Okay. Look, see that? Oh. I can rock him like a little baby. Say hello, Alex. Yeah, he's a lovely little boy. He's a lovely little boy. He's a good boy, aren't you, hey? Yes, he's Mum's boy. Yes, he is. He's Mum's boy. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you all later. I'll go and dry my hair out in the yard. Take my little walker, the Walkenwala, Alex the Walkenwala, for a little walk while I dry my hair. Okay? Catch you later.